Monday morning, moon day, Monday, moon day. That's what it is. Somebody named your days of the week, and if you think that there's any power in your religion, just know that all religions attempt to apply the same deeply influential and effective control over as many people that it can get its dirty little claws on. So just know that whatever control system backed by whatever spiritual disposition definitely was thoroughly involved in whatever group named your days of the week. That's a powerful thing, naming the days of the week. The Gregorian calendar that we're on right now, there's a lot of mathematical observations involved in doing that supersede the abilities even to understand that average man, because y'all don't even know who named the days of the week and what for and shit. So just know that whoever did that is far above you in all of the things that it takes to accomplish that. Your English language, widespread across the world, is going hand in hand with that American petrodollar, and wherever the two meet together, just know that there is a deep global control moving that money around for sure. This is money. Take it serious. Who made it? Who designed these dollar bills? Who's at the forefront of all of that? Because whoever creates the game is definitely going to make sure that they can win it, and they are winning their own game. So this is the kind of stuff you can just look to be like, what people is doing this? Because then you can expect all of the bullshit that will come along with that. You can't even trust a guy to sell you a fucking used car and be honest. Like, why y'all think that there's any real honesty or any real honesty to give or integrity at all behind these endeavors? The world, the military-industrial complex, of course, a very serious and complicated thing. And when you look at that sincerely, then you know that there's big contracts, lots of engineering, lots of money moving around. When you just talk about weapons, you know, in a world being run by a country such as the United States, who then has all of this micromanaging going on with an agency like the ATF, trying to micromanage. If I have the projectile, yes, I have it. Is it in a firearm with a trigger? Yes, sir. Am I exercising my freedom? Yes, sir. And I also have the freedom to be fucking ignorant and fucking dangerous. But this is the egg that you got to break if you want to make this omelet or freedom on planet Earth. And they think it's worth like tyrannically controlling you with violence to keep you from being violent. All that shit sounds strange to me. Don't micromanage my shit. The length of my barrel has absolutely nothing to do with the intent of the fucking firearm. I already got the motherfucking. The ATF, y'all be tweaking, bro. What up, Amy? Crack Their Code. Y'all go check out Crack Their Code if y'all want to get a nice healthy dose of gematria and what that really is. You know, speaking of how serious controlling agents speak above the heads of the average man and woman in order for them to be this deeply influential and in control of these things. So just know that if you consider yourself, you know, just an average Joe, just know that you can rise above average and become one of the elite in the idea of truth seeking if you tap into gematria and learn what the fuck that is. Because this is one of those things that without your knowledge, understanding, or awareness, there's a language being spoken, a control system being used that literally controls the vibration on planet Earth by developing something like language. This is a vibrational thing, the language, right? You speak, you vibrate familiar and reoccurring sounds to convey messages. The fact that language even works at all is a beautiful thing to me. With any language, making these sounds that we all tend to make close enough to know that when I say what I'm saying, I know you understand me because you can say what I'm saying. The communication between human beings is a fascinating, awesome thing if you just break it down to what it is that's happening and how critical that is to our existence. Now, if somebody can develop a system of vibrations and call it any language, let alone the English language, skip to my loo across fucking planet Earth doing what the fuck it does hand in hand with that dollar. It's not an arbitrary thing. You think it's arbitrary, or you can take it lightly like it means nothing, that there's no details or nothing inside of those details that magnify a deep and critical story of your own fucking existence. If you cannot grasp onto that, you zombie walking through life, man. I'm easily fascinated by these kinds of things, which is what will draw my attention into them, so that I understand them thoroughly, so that I can apply what the fuck this powerful shit is, something like the English language, what it is, and how the fuck does that affect me, that it is what it is. Every fucking, almost, I dabble in other languages. Brazilian Portuguese, I'm decent at. I would like to get fluent, because I'm not fluent, but I do have an array of phrases and other things that I memorize, and enough that I can mix it up a bit, that I can get by and probably pick up on the language pretty quickly. If I was in Brazil and for an extended period of time, I could probably pick it up pretty fast. But I dabble in other languages too, just anything at all, a phrase or two, you know, a handful of things, so I can say, yo, I can say something in French. Listen, then you go, oh damn, I'm like, but that's all I got, you know. But I like languages. It's a beautiful thing, man. When you look at the English language, man, it really is awesome. It's fluid, slang, and all these other things, just like any other country, and people aren't aware of this, but just like the U.S., America. The way you say certain things and the slang that you tend to adopt at a certain period of time in history too, because the slang don't always last forever. Some of it does, some of it does not. But it's so fluid that you can even tell what part of the country somebody's in based off their accent or certain words that they choose to use when saying some things. And language is so fucking dope. When you look at the English language, and there's the question there, who developed this English language? And what is it based on, the Latin base and all sort of stuff. If you want to look to these things to help describe what this English language is, you have to include gematria, because it was built in to the inception of the fucking language for it to do this. The language is fucking coded. It's an old ancient practice of coding numbers in the letters and then letters in the words. Numbers are a language, and you know that too, because if I put a dollar sign and a bunch of numbers on a piece of paper that we call a check, it's going to affect how you feel about me thereafter, depending on what these numbers look like. It's a language, and then we use it to communicate things. Specifically, like with the check example I just gave you, right into the monetary system, which goes hand in hand with the English language. Wherever you see them together in the world, just know powerful things are going on. Shit that you would take arbitrarily, you'll let it go right past you because it's already there, and what the fuck do you care for? But goddamn it, I can't do that. Who made this fucking money? Who made it? Why? What for? What's going on here? Oh, it's a game. Oh, who's winning the game? Oh, the motherfuckers that made the game. Wow, look at that. I like understanding shit and seeing what the influence is, man. This is the one life that we know that we have. How about nobody fuck with me about it? Don't deceive me. Don't try to trick me out of shit. Damn sure don't bully me. We're constantly being threatened by every fucking thing. Every law in the books is a threat. Because if a cop in a traffic stop fucking says at the end of everything that he says to you, and I quote, "Or I will kill you," if he said that to you, he wouldn't be exaggerating. He would just be thinking out loud. So you got to take very serious what it is that you're dealing with. And if you do that like a fucking real man, people say, oh, a real man does this and that. A real man doesn't carry a gun. Motherfucker, a real man prepares himself for the scariest battles with the fucking courage to have a fighting chance to save himself or his children or his surrounding environment from anything crazy that he can possibly imagine. He says, well, let's be ready for that craziness. Can I prepare for some craziness? Yeah, get a gun. Boom. It helps prepare you. No one's got time to be a real man uses their fist when a fucking bad guy's got a gun and he is thirsty to fucking hurt you. How about you fucking reach for a gun? You got a gun on your hip and you got your phone on the phone clip. Fucking dude, get the fuck out of here, man. There's supposed to be a gun right there. Y'all tweaking. But take these things seriously, and if you do this, very few things in the world that intend on stealing your soul's energy, hijacking your soul's journey to put it into a game of bullshit. You will minimize how easily that can be done to you. If you just give a fuck about how fucking basic things work and who's running that. How I look outside and I see all these cars moving, and I see gasoline customers, bruh, with the energy and all to fucking heat your house and water and shit. The shit is crazy. I see customers, bro. Whoever is developing these things to make it go round, hey, it seems like they gifted the world, and they are, but it's always a double-edged sword. Your phone is fucking dope and it can track you. This is weird, bro. Always with the fucking double-edged swords with the shit. Always, man. Always some fucked up crazy shit, man. You can't never just be be at peace and not be controlled or dominated by something but commerce, man. Religious and ritualistic things, man. This shit dominates, bro. And what it loves is when you don't understand, believe, or get yourself involved in it so that it can run over top of you. This fucking law society is very thick and heavy in what the fuck it is, man. All of the laws, not even real laws. These are statutes, ordinance, and codes and shit like that, right? But look at a cop that has 12 years in his career. You know, that's a little bit of time, and he's got some more time to go before he can retire probably, but 12 years is putting in fucking work, right? I would imagine at the 12-year anniversary of his employment, he is much more efficient and aware and knowledgeable in what it is that the job is asking him to do in the first place. This is 12 years later, right? He's got a 12-year heads up on you in his career, just in his career in and of itself, right? You an average guy on the street, you bump into this 12-year cop, bruh, what the fuck are you going to do in defense of what he could easily do to you in the wrong based off the illusion? You can't stop shit. He can be in the right and you have no idea what's going on. They tell you get a lawyer, bro. And then your lawyer got experience, and so does the fucking judge. And you are inside of a game where you don't know what's going on, and everybody else prides themselves on how knowledgeable and proficient they are in their career of controlling people. Y'all crazy, bruh, to look right at these things happen in front of you and not go, I don't even know if I even like that. And it's simple, basic stuff, man. You don't gotta be what they call it there, a constitutional lawyer, fancy motherfucker, and you still ain't even smarter than me because you can't be honest. You actually wrap yourself up into something where you can't even be honest about what it is that you're talking about, Mr. Constitutional Lawyer. Because I don't give a fucking fuck what they wrote in the Constitution. All of my natural rights and freedoms and obligations to myself and to my kids is fucking written in the nature and the fact that I'm here with a pulse, period. Before y'all wrote that shit down, I did not need y'all to do that. You put a whole bunch of undebatable shit into an arena of debate, and then everybody gets surprised and get their panties in a bunch when these motherfuckers trying to debate your gun rights. I'm not even surprised. It's in there so that they can do that, so that they can find some way to get enough of you motherfuckers to accept what they're going to do to you about it, so that you don't fight them when you should be. That's what they did with the Constitution and this Second Amendment, or even the First Amendment. I should be able to say what the fuck I want. Y'all say what the fuck y'all want when y'all wrote down all these statutes, ordinance, and codes, along with the fucking punishments and repercussions if you cannot get our compliance. You wrote all of that down to be very clear what the fuck the agenda is. And behind everything you say, if you cannot get my compliance and I defy you with everything that I have, you will kill me over just about everything y'all write in them law books and shit, man. So kiss my dick. I don't gotta like you. I don't gotta respect you. I don't gotta do shit. Because I don't even know where you got that power from. Y'all play this game and get these pseudo names on you to play this game, and you go, I'm officer, deputy, so and the fucking blah, 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 like that's supposed to mean, oh, I guess you're a fucking man that can dominate my fucking natural life. The only one that I know for a fact that I have, because I'm in it, right? And I can protect the shit, and here you are, trying to damage my shit, and you want me to fucking fall back to kind of just let you do that because of the clothes you got on and where you fucking went to go talk to certain people and did a little training and all sort of shit, and now in the midst of whatever the fuck your procedure was, you think you have inherited godlike status over my fucking life, and I don't even know you, and you don't know me, and you might be I might be the better person, actually, morally, and for all other types of reasons, I could be the way better person than you. But the badge goes skirt, none of that matters. Good luck on hoping that this guy is not like so many other people in the world looking to get over on people, bully people, extort people, shit like that. Good luck for him not being that, because he's got one up on you, because he's got a badge. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro. You have to be right. How's that? Period. If you're not in the right, we have a fucking problem. If you're in the wrong, then whatever's supposed to happen to you for being in the wrong, let it fucking be. That's what nature said. I don't have to give a fuck about nothing you wrote down nowhere, right? fuck out of here, man. I shouldn't have to beg y'all to understand this shit. It's just undisputable. And anything you can fucking cite in a law book is not gonna make what the fuck you gonna say to me to make what I've been saying absolutely fucking retarded, and that I've missed something, and that I need to move in the opposite direction in my train of thought, because where I'm coming from seems to be full of shit, dangerous, and there's no foundation to anything at all that I've said. Tell me that. If you can't tell me that, you got some fucking work to do. You got some work to do to stand up to be a real fucking man and stop letting them do this shit. What the fuck is going on in Texas? I ain't even been paying that much attention. I've been studying more fucking legal jargon of how they wrap your life up to get you to force you to play your game if you want to live your life, so they can trap you in liabilities, while I'm looking to understand how to operate an LLC. They do all this shit, and it ain't even too difficult. But I've been looking into that lately and trying to name my LLC and all this other shit, man. And I ain't really been scouring the internet for the latest on shit. The Texas thing snuck up on me. That shit started happening. It was 3-4 days in before I even heard or even noticed too much of it at all. I seen some things in passing before but when I start paying attention, be like, Texas, what now? Oh, it was days inside of it, and I was like, damn, this went crazy. So if anybody got any insight or corrections to what I think is going on in Texas, let me know in the chats or whatever. Damn sure correct me, because I want to know what the fuck it is that I'm talking about. But as far as I know, there's a standoff between the federal government and the Texas National Guard state police or somebody down there over this border issue, man. This border issue, bruh. They want them to remove the razor wire and any other obstacles that they have at the border, to allow what? Safe passage of anybody who wants to just come in here. We all fucking know, number one, this is a fucking circus. This is a TV show. This is a game. This is a live action movie, what they doing. All this shit is scripted. They need all of this to be exactly the way it is, because they want so much to do what it is that they're doing to control and dominate the world, that you have to know that they want it bad enough that they will orchestrate propaganda and fake the fuck out of anything that will sway your perspective in their direction to help them get what it is that they want. Niggas do this when they trying to get pussy. Stop fucking playing. You think they not gonna do it trying to control the world? Man, grow the fuck up. Grow the fuck up. You don't know they trying to play you, and that the play is everywhere. It's in your sports, all that other shit, man. Stop the fucking madness. There's no other way to dominate planet Earth, like they say out in the open that they want to, unless you get super deceptive, super aggressive and violent, and that you put your influence every fucking where. If you're not going to do that, you're not going to get what the fuck it is you want. You will bump up against holes in your plan, falling short, falling flat on your feet, flat on your face, meeting educated and armed opposition. You risk all of that if you don't try to dominate the world by dominating and micromanaging every facet of life, so that you can better do that. It's the only way to do that. It's the only thing that makes sense. Global domination is something that they admit. Watching them at work while they try to obtain this is easy to see if you look. So stop fucking playing. Jesus fucking Christ. And I ain't asking nobody to do nothing. I'm asking you to pay attention, which I shouldn't even have to ask you to do. I don't see no harm in nothing that I ever fucking do or say. I only intend to highlight things that seem logical as a progression in what it is that I'm giving. I don't give a fuck what that conclusion looks like to you. It's never meant to be a threat. I'm just really surprised that, very much like a Quentin Tarantino movie, if this shit was actually happening in a fucking film, I would imagine that niggas would be fighting right now. It's the age of information. I'm not quite sure how you don't know if we are entered the zone of revolution or not. If we've entered that, if we've gone into that point, and they've been talking about it and shit like all the time. They always do. They always try to hype us up to the possibility of that. I've been hearing it since I was a kid. People been saying China, Russia, China, Russia. As far as I know, the most recent thing that I've heard is that if China and Taiwan go to war, that is supposed to be the signature move that moves this idea of an all-out third world conflict. It moves it from hearsay to this is life and the world has changed forever, and there's no more debating about if this is going to happen, where, or when, because you're going to be looking right at it and you're not going to be able to call it nothing but that. You won't even be able to call it nothing but that. And that's wild. Because I feel like things are stirring up for that. But this is a show, though, man. They say they want world domination, a one world currency. The World Health Organization is full of shit, constantly going on and on about the little stabby jabby, little hokey pokey, and they want this shit bad. They're not gonna let it go. They had their little test run with C19, and now they want to go for the jugular. Next time it's really going to hurt as far as what it is that we think that we are witnessing as a manifestation of the fucking dangers of another fucking widespread sickness upon the earth, or how they clamp down with the control. I think they're not going to be trying to fuck around next time they say, hey, do what we say. I think they're going to go hard. They're going to try to anyway. And it's easy to see them posturing for that. It's easy to see them posturing for a whole lot of things, because if you just know what the end game is, then every little thing they do to set up for the end game, you go, of course you have to do that, because what you already told me you wanted to do, you got to do these things to get to that. So when I see you doing it, I'm not like a wizard or a psychic predicting the future. I just know what the plan is, and certain things are just going to have to happen in order for them to get to that. You think the World Economic Forum is going to tell people that they're going to own nothing and be happy without attacking gun ownership? They have to. They want everything to be borrowed and leased and shit, like everything from kitchen appliances to your home or your vehicle. Public transportation will be a big thing. This is the world of the future that they want to paint for you, and they're calling it something, and they're laying out a very well thought out plan, being backed up by all of the energy to make good on these things. Right in front of you, they're doing this, and you just have to know that if you're going to be successful in doing that, other things that are here right now that we're looking at can also exist right alongside what it is that you're saying. So when they start fighting with the gun shit and using the fear of these public shootings as a reason to fight for fucking more gun control, then I go, y'all got the energy and the benefits to reap by faking the shootings to get the reaction with this Hegelian dialectic bullshit that y'all love to do. Creating a problem because you already know what the reaction it is, and then you're going to be ready with a fucking solution. Sometimes y'all put the solution out there too fast, and I go, what are y'all going to do with that? And they go, oh, for the problem. Then we go, what problem? Then boom, there's the problem. Y'all work backwards, and we look right at y'all doing this shit, and we not shooting at y'all yet. That's weird to me, because in the movie, niggas would have been shooting, and I'm just making an observation. Niggas would have been shooting by now. We would have been fucking, that insurrection, that wasn't even real. It looked fake. We caught y'all faking it. There's no way here a real revolution, attempt to fucking revolt and to do such serious, stupid things that they did. These come with serious consequences and repercussions. We know that out here. That's why our grassroots fucking revolution would never do that in that way. And then they didn't go to do nothing. They didn't change nothing in the world by making these big advances into this stupid plan about this insurrection that's obviously fake. A real grassroots fucking revolution wouldn't even look like that. That's why I know y'all's bullshit. That was y'all doing that. That's y'all doing this Texas shit. This is all orchestrated shit to fucking drum up certain feelings and vibes, man. So that when y'all move forward, you're also going to either get us to be fearful of what you will do if we don't comply, or you can at least maybe even get us to ask you very deeply to do what it is that you already wanted to do, because you'll create the problem that deserves your solution. I see you. And I would rather fucking be wrong and find myself wrong and realize that I'm wrong, rather than give you the benefit of the doubt, because who are you anyway for me to trust you about anything? I don't. You got a whole lot of power in your hands, so the trust is going to be very sensitive, and you fuck it up so easily that this fucking game is over already. And me, with me, trust or depend on government for anything? No, bruh, I don't trust you. I know what you're trying to do, and the game, the jig is up, bruh. No way you can get me to go back to being like, hey man, the police is the police, man. I mean, it is. No, fuck the police, and I mean that. And I'm talking about the occupation, not the individual people. I don't know y'all. But I know that if you fall in line to earn and keep the title of police officer, I bet you I don't like you. But I'm really focused on the occupation, not the people, because I don't know you. I don't know you until you make yourself known. And then just believe you get measured as a fucking man. I know if you're a pussy or not. I know if you're a tyrant or not. I know if you're out of your mind or not. And whoa, you off to a bad start, because any man who wants to take on a job as law enforcement, before you even take on the job, you accept that possibility because this is what it is you want to do. Law enforcement. Okay, cool. You before you know what it means to really mean to be a cop, you say you want to be one. That's dangerous because you don't understand all the laws on the books, but you've already said I'm willing to fucking kill or be killed to defend whatever it is they wrote on the paper. But I'm not even sure if they wrote on the paper. But you got me right now. I'll kill or be killed for it. Now tell me what it is that I got to kill or be killed for. Just break it down to what it is that you're dealing with and what you're looking at, and call it for everything that it is, and you'll see the fuckery behind anything that's full of fuckery. And law enforcement is crazy. Period. I'm not saying society doesn't deserve protection for those people who cannot or will not protect themselves. Just the fuck they do. They have anybody has should have the freedom to organize to do exactly that, and anybody else should have the freedom to fucking subscribe. Don't force it. Get the fuck out of here, because right away when you say we need law enforcement for what, you can't even begin to tell your fucking story without telling me that you are actually actively dodging all of your natural responsibilities to do all that shit yourself. Bring a gun to the fucking conflict in case you need it. Bring your big heart. You supposed to be neutralizing threats if you have to. But first, you're supposed to be trying to de-escalate situations, call for the peace, call for the fairness, and then let it be what it's going to be. This is all shit that you are supposed to be doing for yourself. Don't be surprised when you get this very unnatural pull and tug on the idea of natural fucking freedom when you enter into a very unnatural game by putting the duties or responsibility or the illusion of power into another man to bring this kind of energy to a fucking conflict. Most of the time they start the conflict. I ain't never started no fucking conflict with a cop, but I've had some interactions with them. How? That's crazy. That's weird to me, bruh. Get your bitch ass out my life, bro. You crazy? Who you even think you are? If you would have attempted this, you wanted to be a police officer, cool. What if you'd have failed? The day that you realize you fail, and maybe you even apply for a different job, so you just not law enforcement. You gonna still walk around with this idea in your mind that you are the man that can tell me what to do about anything at all. You have to wait until you accomplish this. Otherwise, you as a man can't even be that person. And you know it. Because if you fail to change your mind, you won't continue to walk around with what it was that you was ready to do. To be to be the boss with somebody's life in your hands when you don't even know them. For you to even desire that, you're a flawed person. You're a flawed individual to me. Hell no, motherfuckers can't handle the real fucking truth. I claim to be a man of some kind of integrity about my honesty, who I am and my intentions and all of that. Not gonna front. I ain't gonna act like I ain't never been caught cheating and then lie my fucking ass off knowing that I'm caught and just lie anyway. It's hard to fucking face it when the jig is up, when somebody got you pegged for being deceiving and possibly harmful to them in your deception. Shit's rough, right? It's hard to face that, right? You think that government will let you catch them up in all of the things that they not gonna convict themselves of their fucking tyrannical bullshit, their crimes against humanity, treason, and all this other shit? They're not going to allow you to convict them in their own course of law that they control, that they themselves as government has crossed a line and need not be in a position that they are in to be this control. They've already fucked up and disqualified themselves by being the criminal organization that they really are. They violated their own shit. This is real simple. You ain't got to be a conspiracy theory to even understand that. You can look at things like a Watergate, other forms of political crimes, election fraud, crimes against humanity, where how they conduct themselves in war. You know, the false ignitions to fight that need not be, that people do under deceptive things. You know, the false waving of the. You know what I'm talking about. You can't even say. Words like, you know, flag and then, you know, fake ass ignition of a fight. You can't even say them words together without people bullshitting, but it's a fucking term that they want to hide when it could just be a fucking term. They don't want to hide the term molestation, but that's exactly what it is that they do to a bunch of fucking kids, and then they use it to blackmail each other, and then they make a bunch of money on the global market by doing all of this shit. And for that to be successful as a global endeavor, for example, you have to know that government power and big money and other things that otherwise garner your respect and your subordinates, with them being the superior in the situation, big money in politics and shit like that, those things definitely garner that reaction out of the average man. If child trafficking is going to be a successful global endeavor, they have to be involved, because if that's something that they don't rock with, that they want to stop or they don't like, they would make it stop. So it can't span the globe like this and be this successful unless they are actually helping to do it. No one else has the power, the influence, the money, the cloak to even do that. So let's just stop playing. If you just describe the world for what it is exactly, you will find reason upon reason upon reason. I call them one-hitter quitters, because very often it only takes one of them for me to be like, oh fuck y'all lost my trust and respect forever. I should shoot at y'all. Like they can make me feel like that off of so many different one-hitter quitters that I don't fucking understand how anybody rocks with government at all. And I'm not saying go do nothing. I'm just saying I know that if I'm watching a scenario happen in a bar and I feel like one guy is definitely being a jerk and he deserves to get punched, everybody's seen a fight in public, or even if it's just a video of a fight in public, of a bully getting what he deserves, and the spectators go, yeah, fuck you, man. Hey, violence is like you don't really want to see, but sometimes you go, you deserve that, man. You're an asshole. Why would you do that to him? Like, and we've all witnessed that before, and it's too natural and too easy to see. When I look at things on a global scale and I see what the government's got going on, they look like the asshole bully in a bar that you're thinking, this man is going to punch you for you trying to play him like that, and you deserve it too. No one's going to help you, really. We're kind of hoping that he punches you because you're a fucking jerk, bro. That's what all of government looks like to me. Global government, not just the United States government. Fuck them, because that's where I'm at. But all of y'all are guilty, and none of y'all could ever get any control over me at all. You would need extreme force and violence to get that, because you haven't been able to trick me, which you like doing that too. If you can get people to comply and actually love you and support you, whatever, that's way better than you having to kill everybody to control. You'd have to kill everybody and you won't have nobody to control. You need somebody, a great majority of the people, to actually rock with you and go along with their illusions, so they can help you fuel what it is that you want, and that's global domination. But you can't get me though. You're gonna have to use extreme force and violence in order to get me, and that automatically makes you the bully. That's why I don't give a fuck about what it is that I do or say to y'all, because you already disqualified yourself as being a good guy in this situation. You're the asshole in the bar, and I'm surprised nobody has fucking punched you yet. And I'm not talking about attacking the U.S. government. I'm talking about the people of every country looking to their government to say, you the one that got your finger on the fucking button to do this fucking scary thing that we all don't want you guys to do, and you're posturing. How about everybody in control with the abilities to make these choices, to push the shiny red fucking button on this third world conflict? How about we just arrest all of the people who have the power to do this, so that there's no one left who even has the power or the knowledge and understanding to even call that shot, to be like, well, now nobody can do it. Now we just stop the show. We just unplugged the mic. Everybody shut the fuck up. Nobody called for the action of doing that, and they worry about me calling for action about this gun rights thing that I'm doing. Man, shut the fuck up. I'm not calling nobody to action. They call everybody to action when y'all talk to these 16, 17, 18-year-old kids and you try to convince them to die in a foreign country for your fucking lie. That's an incitement to violence. Kiss my dick. Stop trying to talk past me with your rhetoric, with your bullshit, as if I don't already see 100% that I'm right when I say that y'all cap and y'all bullshit and y'all deserve to be punched in the fucking face at the end of the fucking bar. 1:30 a.m. Fuck you. Good night. Sleep at the bar. You should be knocked out in the bar. That's how I see the governments of the world, and I don't know how that can even be disputed. I don't owe them no peace or no compliance about nothing. You got to use extreme force and violence to control me. That's exactly what it is that you're doing. Because I'm telling you now, to this one and any other one, you don't have my consent to control a goddamn thing that I do. And if you get my control, just know that you had to scare me or force me into that, because I've said no to everything that you have to offer. I don't need you. I don't want you. How's that? Now, any further progression in the relationship between us is under duress and coercion. That's where you're getting it from. Because I've been trying to tell you no for years now. You won't fucking listen. All these ultimatums and fucking fines and fees. I got to pay registration on my vehicle right now. It ain't even that much, but it's like, wow, I got to pay for the ability of you to identify me without me doing anything when you told me that you wouldn't do that. I was armed on the streets in Dubuque, Iowa. Me and Cuz. Cops roll up on us. This is the most popular video on my YouTube channel. Rolled up on us, tried to get us to identify. And I was like, no, I don't want to identify. Not even with the guns and the bulletproof vest and shit, I don't got to identify. Accuse me of a crime first. And if not, I don't have to give you my identification. It can remain private. When you're in a vehicle, all that shit goes away. They can run your place and see what your address is for damn sure. They can pull your mugshot up, any other fucking record or shit like that. And if the driver doesn't match what it is that they found in their database, they can use that as grounds to suspicion. Is this car even stolen? They'll put that in the back of their minds to inquire that maybe the car is stolen, and this could be your brother or your wife driving your fucking car. They said that they weren't gonna do that though, and then they force you to pay for the ability for them to do that. Kiss my dick. You want to identify me? I can develop my own fucking identification. The car got a VIN number. Shut the fuck up with the bullshit, talking past me like I don't know you cap. This is wild to me that I gotta pretend. I gotta be dumb enough to let you do it, or I gotta pretend not to see you if I see you. Get the fuck out of here with all of that. Calling you out. I see you. You're wrong. You're definitely doing something that would get me in prison if I did it, even for the same fucking reasons. I don't know why you could do it because of a badge or this pseudo name that you gave yourself with these officers and shit, man. I don't care. No one cares. They only care because you scared them. There's no way in hell that you could go to people and say, you want to opt out of government control? You can just fill out this, you know, one-page fucking contract that's just saying you hereby give up all of that bullshit. You don't want them to control you. You want full disclosure of what it is that your rights, responsibilities, and obligations are as a human being on earth, so that you can better manage that and hyper focus on those things, so that you can rid yourself of the dependency of government to do those things for you. How about you just teach these kids from being youngsters that this is their obligation for them to control and manage their lives in these ways, so that they're not so dependent on government. And then government can offer the services for people who couldn't figure it out voluntarily. You can offer your services, and then you got to do it for the peoples too. There'll be little to no pay for this. You do it for the sake of society. You could take government and twist it and mold it into something there's a little bit more on the fair side, but you got politicians and global influences that you never even elect because they're not even American, telling you from across the fucking water that you will own nothing and like it and be happy. Fuck you, we the kings. Like they say this shit to you, and y'all look right at them say that shit, and y'all don't go, man, who the fuck you think you is? You stand up right there at the end of the bar. Then you walk down and like, what you say to me, bro? The fuck? You must be crazy. You know you'll die for that? How you gonna accomplish that? You said you gonna do what, but how is you gonna accomplish that? Paint a picture for me. Cause you sound like you wanna fight, nigga. The fuck? How is you gonna do that? Well, why we didn't do this to them, our government, everybody? We don't do that, man. And it's just strange to me, cause y'all act tough like y'all tough like that about other stuff, and it be blowing my mind, man. Grown ass men acting tough about all the wrong shit, and it's ridiculous. Get real tough and say that what you won't let your neighbor do, the guy at the bar, the guy at the gas station, what you won't let any walking man do, you gotta look at the government like, that means you too. I was willing to die out here and fucking with him if it turned into that. The same defensive position that I have for the guy that might try to mug me at a gas station, the same energy I got towards government, the police, or anybody else. You can't be in the wrong when approaching me trying to dominate my life, and I don't deserve this shit. You're gonna have a problem with me, and I'm not gonna why the fuck would I ever let you do that? Does it sound like I should? No, fuck the laws and the papers and your occupation and shit. Listen to what it is that I'm saying and then reconcile it outside of that. You can't. You have to point to your job and the fact that you're being paid to do this, that you're a paid goon. It's a beautiful thing for humanity to be what it is. I love it. I love being here. What up, big ass media? Where you at, bro? I don't even know if you even still in here right now. But where you at, Doc? I thought you was gonna slide. Come through. Send the fucking meteor, bro, because it's hard to even give a fuck anymore, man. I feel like they got us beat, which is why I seem to be so passionate. In all honesty, I feel like they already won and we ain't got no hope. That's why I feel like very much like a wild animal being pinned into a corner or trapped in a cage. I don't blame a raccoon for hissing and fighting his ass off while he is stuck in a cage barely big enough for him to fit in as he's being trapped. I already knew that he was going to do that. I totally accepted that he's going to do that. I don't even blame him for doing that. He's going to fight for his life, man. And if this is the end of his life, he don't know that or not, but he's going to fight like it is. And if it is, then I say every little bit of fight the little animal give, it is naturally deserved. And let him fight. Let him fight, even if he loses. Just let him fight there. What the hell did you think was going to happen? At least just accept the fight that he's going to fight you. And that's how I feel about government control, man. They want to control us, and a big part of them does realize that once we realize what it is that they're doing and how we really don't want them to do that and how it is to our detriment, that we will just maybe, possibly, even not giving a fuck about the odds or the consequences because, you know, we're the trapped animal. We're the cornered feral cat that's being kicked and poked with a stick and laughed at by, you know, neighborhood kids, whatever the case may be. We are that animal, man. We are cornered, and part of them know that they need to just accept that last fight for your life that a wild animal gives you when you corner. That's kind of where we are, and they know that they can push us to a point where they do that. They just want minimal energy behind that when that in and of itself actually happens. And the best way to do that is gun control, so that you can call the people who don't go for the gun control when the fight kicks off, when they really fucking go for it and tap the fucking keg, and we get this fucking dance party volume 2, when we get it cracking. When that happens, they want minimal efforts behind it, and they got to demonize gun owners, and they got to threaten us with jail and all this other shit to kind of minimize the pushback. And then when they go, look at y'all little push. Y'all should have did this shit 10 years ago, 20 years ago. Every 19 years, actually. Every 19 years, y'all supposed to fucking swell up on government and go, who the fuck y'all think y'all is, man? We'll fight y'all. Y'all know that. Y'all took an oath. Y'all took an oath saying that if y'all go tyrannical, that expecting a fight or a revolt from the people is what you need to do. You would be charged, jailed, revolted upon, and all type of shit that we will go ape shit. Y'all said, hey, if we fuck up, which we don't want to see any government do. Y'all see governments around the world do this, and y'all call it that. Y'all say it's people who've gotten themselves into the seat of government control, behind that wheel of control, and that they are now effectively fighting their own people, and they intend to spread the same danger and control and violence to the rest of the world. We got to stop them. This is what the U.S. government says people use government muscle for all the time. When I look to them and say, y'all doing that shit too, you cannot tell me that they're not doing that. So as soon as I say this, and we know that we see big examples of that, from the Kennedy killing to whatever the fuck got us over there in Afghanistan and Iraq in 2001, in September 2001. All of these things, we see that moving. We see it in motion, what it is that they say that we need to very vehemently maintain control of when you put regular people, just human beings, inside the seat of government. It's just ironic to watch them do this shit like it's not them too. And then that we give them a pass, like, no, not these guys. All of this shit is necessary. This is what good government looks like. We the best at the fucking violence. This is not what good government looks like. It's good and effective in what it is that it's meant to do, and that's kill and control. So I guess if you say it like that, then yeah, this is good government. It's good at that stuff, I guess. Fuck out of here, man. RPM Trey Vietnam and this bitch Wu Bang get a gun and tell the government, tell the home invader, tell the child trafficker, tell all their ass that you will smoke some shit out here because they can't win. They not even supposed to win. Fuck they thought this was. Smoke shit. The fuck? Fuck out of here.